God, he's like, I created it.
God and the priest that
inside of
molested
it.
her.
No, that was my dad.
Some do.
Do they?
Really? Do you know
Oh.
bitches who got molested by priests? Max, can you be our little bartender too? Can you open this
I
for
know
me?
women that fucked priests. Like
Really?
grown, like women that were like you could like.
That's so different.
Yeah.
I don't get like why you're putting my business out there. Like you just got here. Now you're talking about like who I'm sleeping with and stuff. Like I told you that in confidence. Would appreciate a tone down.
Oh, I forgot you fucked
Thank
your
you.
rabbi.
What can you do? We were in the tunnels. That's what you do in the It's been a long time, you guys, but I'm out.
One of the things in Taboo yesterday, it was like, they live in the sewers. They're down in the sewers. I was like, Jews. It was Ninja Turtles.
Well, that's
Because I was like, if
pretty
it's not
close.
Ninja Turtles, then if it's not Jews, then it's...
Oh, yeah, it's one or the other. Well, cheers. L'chaim.
L'chaim. Mazel
Welcome
tov.
to That's Hot. Your first time.
My first
First time on That's Hot with Sabrina Piper. That's me, funny girl with tits. Hello, hello.
And
Max, give me a thing.
And
Give
I'm
me a thingy.
funny guy with...
Give me a thing. Joined by the
Swear to
amazing, fabulous, very funny. I'm scared for my life because he's a jailbird. Gio Perez.
And she invited me into her house.
You know what's so funny?
I'm scouting out the place to see what I'm going to rob.
I know. I actually was thinking, I go, do I have to put some of the pills away in the bathroom
much.
before?
Oh,
and
pills?
I
Yeah,
was
taking
already
pills.
counting. I was counting. I was like, okay, 23 in here, 205 in here. Okay. And then, yeah, that's what I figured. Why not?
Oh, bro, that's why I was taking so long in there.
I
crushed
know.
him
I
out.
was like, I don't know if he's pooping or if he's stealing.
Went to your medicine cabinet.
Maybe
I used
both.
to do that. If I go to
I
people's
feel like
houses,
we
I
had
would look in the medicine
I
cabinet.
actually,
to see
when we
what
were
they
like
had.
fucked up at the stand last week, I feel like we had a conversation about that.
About drugs?
No, about the medicine cabinets. Or maybe it was a different time, but we were fucked up and we were talking about going through medicine cabinets.
Probably.
And yeah. It was very
Were you
fun.
a drug addict? Are you a drug addict?
No, I'm not
Have
a
you
drug
ever had a pill
addict.
problem?
No.
Never?
I've never done anything. I just tried mushrooms for the first time at Skankfest.
Really?
Yeah, Max knows this, yeah. I've never done coke. I'm a lame-o. I'm just like a pussy. And it's just not my thing.
No, but that's good though. I'd rather
not
be
my
a
thing,
pussy.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
now when I see all the damage I've done,
Have you
like,
done everything?
mentally, I think about it. Let me see. I've done weed, coke, shrooms, acid, meth, accidentally.
Oh, wow. How?
Because I thought it was Molly, and I never done Molly before.
Oh, why? Okay. That's
And-
they look similar.
Yeah. And I've never seen any of them. And then the guy's like, oh, yeah, it's Molly. And then I think after I was up for after the 24 hours, I think once I was reaching like 20 or 30 hours, I realized nah, this can't be Molly. And then I showed these girls from out there that have done meth before and yeah, that's meth.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You didn't feel like, because have you taken ecstasy before?
That's what it felt like at first.
Okay.
Like the first
Interesting.
couple hours, I was like, oh, this is great. I'm playing dominoes with
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
seems up. And then I go to
'Cause
work
they
the
say you
next
really,
day.
Like feel it, like you feel like you want to like touch stuff and dance and move and shit.
Well, I felt good.
Yeah.
I felt mad good.
But meth seems very like you're like,
It's scary.
yeah,
Well, I guess that's when people do it a lot. I guess when it's like a repeat offender.
like okay. Do you know Catherine Henson? You know Catherine?
No.
She's really funny. She moved to the UK like years ago, but she's a comic originally from Nevada, and then she moved to New York. And she talks about on stage do meth, and she would get like so high she would pick her pubes out with a tweezer.
On stage?
No, not on stage.
Oh, I was like, what?
She was.
That's
she
my
was
act.
totally,
What is she doing, man? This
She's
is
actually
fucking
fully
thief.
sober
I was doing
now,
that first.
which is incredible. But no, she would talk about like back in the day when she would do meth back in Reno.
Oh, there was a lot of girls in Alabama, right? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
especially like the jobs I
That
would be able to
sounds
get.
and stuff. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And like you talk to these girls, you look at them and you thinking that they're like, in their 50s or 60s. And then they'll be like, I'm 32. And you're like, what the fuck? It's because they did meth and it ages you quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing those little like ads when I was younger, like those commercials. Remember
real.
those? Those were crazy, and they would show you, and they're like, "This is you on meth." And it's like teeth are falling out, and skin's falling apart. I was like,
Yeah.
I already get made fun of for being a little chubby Jewish girl.
Yeah, you with an old face.
No way, no way.
Yeah, and then the teeth is fucked up too.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's terrible.
I can't.
The head is good though. Meth head. It's great.
Meth head?
Yeah, meth head.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
no
It's all
teeth.
gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's half.
it has to be just like so good.
Yeah, to go that hard and like destroy yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. When I used to do like pills and sniff heroin, like I was like 120 pounds. So like imagine this. This is skinny. I'm skinny now.
You are skinny.
40 pounds ago.
Okay.
That's so. And like I would look in the mirror and be
Wow.
like, I don't look that bad because I had nice clothes. Like I was making money, so I was like, I was selling
so
and
it's
using.
good.
So I was just
like that. You would sell coke and then get really nice.
Yeah, like nobody's gonna know I do drugs. I have this gold chain on.
Yeah.
You know, crackheads can't keep a gold chain on.
I have a $500 Gucci belt on.
Yeah, I literally had a Gucci belt.
Yeah.
I had a
Oh, I
Gucci
know
belt
you
and a
did.
Gucci hat.
I know
yeah.
you did.
That was the only. I was not a big flashy guy. Like fresh to me, it was just like I'll get like a brand new T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like fresh Uptowns, and then like $30, $20 jeans from Old Navy.
Okay.
But like I was
Like,
just
I was
constantly
just like,
buying new.
Yeah, new, fresh, something different.
Yeah, I wasn't big like, oh, I gotta get these Jordans. I wasn't like a big sneakerhead. I was just like, I always wanted to look crisp.
Now that's so funny you say that because I'm like, when you ask me, you're like, are you a drug addict? I'm like, I've never been a drug addict, but I was a shopaholic. And when
I thought you were gonna be like, I used to shoplift. I was like,
Yeah,
that is an
No,
addiction.
No.
Was a shoplifter.
I've never done that. The only first time I ever stole anything from a store was during COVID. It was when I was like sick and I had like all these shit happening. And I just couldn't lift up the water bottles like from the bottom of the Target cart, and I was like, and I'm leaving with them. Like I was
you
just
just
frustrated.
didn't pay.
I cried. I didn't pay, and then I got outside and I just started
couldn't
hysterically
sleep?
crying, and I
You
wanted
couldn't sleep at night?
I wanted to go back to Target. And,
Yeah, like murderers, they see like their like the victim staring at them in their sleep.
I think about
it's
that 24
It's that
pack.
water bottle just staring at her. And she's
it
like,
is
no.
the 24 pack of Poland Spring that I cannot buy anymore.
Is this the old lady at the cashier that you walk by?
I'm like, no, you self check out that shit. You gotta self check out everything.
So like,
Because something has to be BOGO.
have you ever done anything illegal besides like have sex with a minor? Like, have you ever done anything that could get you arrested?
Again, stop outing my secrets. And get me yeah. I think the statute of limitations is up, so I can talk about it.
It's 7 years, by the way.
I know, that's why I said I can talk about it now. That's actually I know because the
'Cause some
guy I
people
did
think
the
it's
guy I
5.
did it with
Does
is
it-
no
does
the
that
guy I
common
did it with is a
confusion?
lawyer now, and he actually told
did a
me a few
crime
months
with a
ago.
lawyer?
I did do a crime with a lawyer.
You just he let me guess.
Like,
No, let me not guess. I don't want to. I'm going to say something dumb. That doesn't make sense.
what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I was going to say do drugs, but you said you didn't do drugs.
No,
So I
do
was-
drugs. No. Okay. No, this
Kidnap. You
I
guys, you
will.
kidnapped one of his clients.
You know what I would love to do?
Kidnap somebody?
Maybe just kind of scare them.
It's like, does this guy have a crush on, and he's not responding to my DMs.
Well, he just
so-
won't dump the girlfriend fully, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't really like this back and forth. I'm not a backup girl.
He's
I'm
such a
number
great
one.
father too. Like that's
He
what I love
is.
about him.
It's like,
But he
why
doesn't wanna
can't
leave
we
his
have kids in 10 years that I can abort? What's going on? I want to ship the other one off to Switzerland. Come on.
Put him in boarding school.
Well, you know what? I don't think that Meredith Blake was ever evil. I believe she is a hero.
Who's Meredith Blake?
Meredith Blake is from The Parent Trap, and she was the stepmom that Lindsay Lohan and Twin tried to get rid of. And they were like, Meredith Blake is the worst. I think she is fabulous. I can't wait to be Meredith Blake.
I love Lindsay Lohan.
She's hot.
Yeah.
But back to the crimes, because
yeah.
she's done many of them.
Right.
A dude did a very not nice thing to me. Rhymes with Mape. Dude, so I got assaulted.
He taped you?
I got assaulted. And we were like, I don't know, it was a couple years after, or about a year after, and we were very, this is not again, I guess it's in the past 10 years, but the 7 years has hit.
Sounds like you're the
So we
victim of this crime.
I was a victim of a crime. So a year later, I retaliated, and his baby was his car. This guy, he's down in Florida.
Oh,
He
yeah.
built up he souped up a Mustang. Like from the time we were 16 and like just going at it. So I was with my friend. We got a little fucked up. We were in South Beach. We were in Miami. And I was like, let's get him back. And he's like, let's fucking do it. And the guy just came back from a fishing trip. So we had all this fishing stuff like in the trunk. So we pull into this place. And thank God my grandparents live in the neighborhood of the dude. So we were able to get into the neighborhood. And went up to the car, and I got the knife out of the back seat, and I slashed a couple of the tires, and I carved an R into the trunk.
You should just wrote rapist.
For rapist. Well, R
Just
for
put
rapist.
Rapist on it.
R for rapist. I was
I thought
very
you were gonna
scared.
say like you burned his car down.
I got 2 of the tires because if you get if all tires get like hit fun fact, guys, if you smack all the tires out of that cheating guy or
Psycho
rapist,
hack.
right? Psycho hack, Cupid psycho. If a guy rapes you and you're like, I want to take down his car. Dude, if you hit all the 4 tires, insurance covers. That's terrible.
So
That's
you just
not
hit
cool.
3.
So you got to hit a couple. You got to hit minimum 1, max 3. Minimum 1, max 3. Max? Hit 3.
Max hit 3.
So slashed a couple tires and then got in the car, drove off, and I remember getting back to my mom's house and I was hysterically crying and I was freaking out, and the only 2 people I told at the time, because I was like, I think I'm gonna get arrested, I told Jax, because I was like, if there's any crazy bitch who will know what I did, it will back me up.
But I'm about to get a misdemeanor and a traffic violation for
and Nick Simmons, and I texted him and I was like, I did it, because I think he was like hyping me up too. We've been friends for a year, and he was like, just get this guy back, because everyone just wanted to beat him up. All my friends just want to beat him up, and I was like, that's not enough. We have to like physically hurting him is not enough.
You didn't press charges. You should have pressed charges.
That would have
been the worst thing to do to him.
Honestly,
because
honestly,
rapists
I was 20.
get treated like shit in jail.
Yeah, I know, and I should have. I was in school. It really jilted me, and I don't even want to like talk about that much, but it was an on again, off again boyfriend, and it was very, very rough. And I was at my mom's, who was not like the most progressive either. I didn't even realize what happened at first. It was very shocking.
Yeah,
it was very upsetting, and it's not fun. It's not even a fun topic. I didn't press charges. It's the thing that I regret to at the very end. But at the same time, I had a stalker a few years ago in comedy.
Why'd you point at me?
And because
he wasn't even invited on the podcast. He was just standing outside my apartment, and then he's like, "Can I jump on?"
Let me just say, it's not like the cops do diligence.
Yeah,
okay,
that is true.
So even with everything, I think I would have gotten him charged the story is public.
Right.
If people really want to get into it, they can unfortunately Google it and see what happened. And then the guy's name, whatever. I don't feel no way sharing his name. I let the school know. His school knew about it and everything. Steps were taken. This was also before Me Too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me just say that. Before Me Too.
Back when it was still women's fault.
Kind of.
Wait, what kind of shirt did you have on when he was happening? What were you
none. So I guess that's also why, I don't know. You know, people like, I'll fuck around with whatever, and like nothing.
What do you mean?
Nothing like, I don't know.
No rapists? We all know rapists.
We all know rapists, but I guess I'm
standing right there in front of us.
Hey, he's sitting.
What is he doing with this footage when it's done?
You know what?
He's like editing. It's just close up on your feet.
No,
I'm already on WikiFeet.
We had to stop filming it like that.
We did. Yeah.
But that's a good marketing
tool. But we
tool.
love those patrons.
That's a good market, especially for patrons.
You know what? I call myself funny girl with tits because great marketing, right? Nobody knew Sabrina Piper. Funny girl with tits popped off, right? Boom, boom, boom.
Because
I get hit on,
highly
right?
searched on the internet.
I get hit on all the time. This, that. There's a million times where people can be like, "Oh, are you gonna like claim that?" It's like, no, because I've actually been fucking assaulted, and it was the worst thing in my life. I would never even compare the two things. So I guess that's why I was like, you know, people creep on me all the time, and I never look at it in any type of way.
I'm one of them. No,
that's true. Yo, you once said to me something so funny. I don't remember where we were. We were like out, and I was like, do my arms look okay? Like, and you were like, I didn't even realize you had arms. Yes, but the police don't do the due diligence, and that's why when I looked at you, is because it's like, I also got the shit beat out of me. Nobody cares.
Yeah, New York.
Nobody cares. New York, but down in Florida, oh my God, they would have been like, okay, you know, especially pre-Me Too. Oh my God.
New York is getting wild.
The dude, I will say this: the dude knew I did it. He knew I did it because the very next morning, because I would Venmo him for every like therapist appointment and OBGYN and doctor appointment and hospital appointment that I had to go to afterwards.
Right.
I Venmo'd him every single thing. Like, and it was just there in the request. And then that very next morning, he just declined. I was like, oh, so he knows. But you can't go to the cops and say, hey, the girl that I fucking assaulted slashed my tires as revenge. This crazy bitch.
That's why you should have burned his car.
Craziest thing I've ever done. That was the craziest thing I've ever done. I'm not going to lie. it still scares the shit out of me. But I never want to do anything like that again because that's just so not me. But I am like,
yeah, next time just call the cops. Unless it's Max, give him a pass.
I have given him passes. I just call those Thursdays.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
You guys are going through those fast. I'm scared to drink too much.
I got the bottle.
I start
I got
joking
the bottle.
about rape, so I'm like,
I didn't even want to talk about the assault.
yeah. I just wanted to steer you away from talking about drama.
I know. Look what he's doing. He's trying to like deter this because the second I got the bottle out, he's like, "You're trying to get me to talk," and I'm like, "You already talk shit."
I do.
You
But
do.
the
So why
alcohol
don't you
makes
sit
it
back,
worse.
Get a little comfortable.
Alcohol
Get a little
makes it worse.
comfortable. You're sitting up. You're all like,
I'm trying to work in this
I'm
industry.
Like, why don't you chill?
It's bad enough I'm a Holocaust denier. No, I'm just I'm never going to get work in this town. Nah, the Holocaust was a terrible thing. That's a joke. I've seen pictures of it. It's crazy.
I can't even look at you right now.
It's crazy. I swear, I'm not even being sarcastic.
I know you're not, but I'm also like this fucking retard.
You know what's crazy too?
So anyway, so
Can I just say something real quick about my
Fine.
algorithm? Like I've been looking at like historical people like Ivan the Terrible, like all these emperors, and then for some reason, and I was watching like World War II stuff. My whole algorithm, like at least 2 videos would be like Hitler documentary. Like just if somebody looked at my YouTube, like, oh, this guy is a fucking Nazi. I'm like, it's not.
Well,
I like.
Well, which group in
historical
prison were you
leaders.
with? Who protected you
Hey,
on the inside?
hold on,
Who did protect
Dominicans?
you on the inside?
Dominican, myself, and Hispanics,
Okay.
people, and also I always usually got cool with like it just happened that way. Like I would get cool with like the leader of like a certain gang,
Interesting.
and then like I'd kind of rock.
Interesting.
Like twice I was locked
How
up.
long were you away?
Altogether 4. The longest straight through was 2 years, but it was
Wow.
all jail, like county jail.
Okay.
I never went to like state penitentiary.
Okay.
It was never state property.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I was just.
So you can vote and everything.
I mean, felons can
Am I
vote in New York now.
So okay.
In New York, yeah. They want it. Democrats want every fucking vote. So they're like, let these fucking. What do you think they're going to vote for? Republicans? No.
RFK. His VP
Criminal-
just got hit with something too. You gotta look it up. Look it up, Max.
He doesn't have a RFK.
Who you going for?
Look
You
it
go-
up right now. Don't try to correct.
You
me on
RFK,
this.
RFK guy?
I like RFK.
Yeah, he got me into RFK.
Really? I like him, but it's just his voice turns me off. I love what he has to say.
I know people say the same thing about me.
No. Yeah, RFK does have big tits. I do.
That's crazy.
I give him that.
Yeah, he's gonna get the RFK stuff up. But yeah, no, we had that's interesting. So 2 years. Let me ask, with the 2 years, are you just like is it flying or are you in a routine?
Yeah, you're in a routine at that point.
Well,
Like-
the pick is maybe Aaron Rodgers.
And what happened with Aaron Rodgers?
He was a big anti-vax guy.
And what happened with it right now? There was a breaking news story.
It's just that he'll announce it. I don't know. There's not a guy to hit yet.
You see, this is my issue. This is my issue. This is my issue.
It's not,
And then,
it's not a bad producer.
crazy. It's crazy.
You know
It's
how
going to be
long
announced March 26th.
You know how long it would have taken Jorge or Natalie to get that information? We would have been on the
Hey.
next topic, and I'm like, hey, did you still get that RFK shit? Nah, I love Natalie and Jorge. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. I'm like, don't shit on Natalie.
Nah, I love
Jorge's
Natalie.
fine. Go for it. The
Jorge-
men.
I love Jorge
shit on
more.
the men.
I love Jorge
shit
more.
on the men.
You hear that, Natalie? I love Jorge more.
Ridiculous. So, going back to the jail, when did you let a man enter you?
It's right in the precinct. I didn't even get to the jail.
Fucking
It was a
love
cop.
that, dude. Hell yeah.
I was like, keep the
During
handcuffs
frisk?
off. He can
Dude.
stop and rape.
See, it's funny because I would want the handcuffs on.
That's what I told him. I was like, keep them on.
Keep them on. Yum, yum, yum.
Did you guys hear the audio of Diddy fucking Meek Mills?
Yeah.
No. Play it. Play it.
Oh man, let me play it because I'm on the mic. I can play it
Okay.
into the mic. I got it queued up.
He's like, I have a mic too. You don't care about
I have a little.
Oh, you have a mic.
have a little
Oh
bit.
shit.
We're very professional.
But if you
here,
have it
that's
up
all,
quicker.
right?
Yeah, because I got
And
it.
we're
I got
very
it saved.
professional because we have amazing fans like you guys and a bunch of patrons. Patreon.com/funnygirlwithtits. Join today. It's only $1. It's only $1. And we're not shouting out that guy from last week who put an insane paragraph. Oh, big whoop. You recommended a bikini episode. Wow, you're the first guy who really wants to see my tits. Good going. Great. Love that. That's a really good idea. And that's where we're taking it. 1,000 subs, bikini app. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
So we're bumping mics.
almost. Almost.
Hold on. You-
That sounds like you can't.
Diddy, that's Diddy clapping his lips. You heard him say, "Fuck my shit." Philly, take that L. Philly, you guys got to take that L pronto.
Dude, it hurts.
Yeah.
For Philly.
That's a big loss, man.
Yeah.
He spread his cheeks like an eagle.
Yeah.
That was so corny, but I don't care. I just want to shit on Philly
That was
sometimes.
the nightmares.
Nightmares. That was the nightmares and dreams and nightmares. I used to pray for times like this.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for the perfect song to play right now with it, and then that just killed it. I was like, that was so good.
I feel like if somebody hasn't done this, it's just go through Meek lyrics and find suspect shit.
I was literally just about to play just a Meek song in response, but I was like, that was very good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
90s rap, like if you listen to it, like the hardcore gangster shit has some really gay stuff in it.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
They've
Like
been saying,
Biggie.
listen, they've been talking about this for a while,
Yeah.
and this has been a thing. They say it about Kanye West too, right? He's
Kanye
bi,
actually
he's
hasn't
this,
been
he's that.
Me Too.
Yes, but no, I said
give
bi.
that to him.
I said bi.
Oh, him being gay? I feel like all of them are.
Yeah, I feel like
I
they're
feel
all
yeah.
because they've all been.
I'm gonna
diddled.
suck a cock to get ahead
So
one day.
we've-
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, well, Max is right there. So,
What
like,
has got to offer?
sorry, I guess
When you take over CBS, let me know. I'm sucking you first, man.
Aim higher than CBS. That's gonna be
I meant
gone
NBC.
soon.
I meant to say NBC.
They're all gonna be gone.
should I
Go
excuse
Netflix.
myself?
I'm like, I want to get on SNL.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why we had Dave Cyrus on a couple weeks ago.
Who? Dave Cyrus.
You are wild
Why is it, that name sounds
because
so?
he's a comic, and I know.
No,
you know
I
him.
know that name, but it's like I'm not.
I feel like actually,
I know
when you
who Dave
did
Cyrus is.
roast battle against Derek. I feel like actually him and I were both on the judges.
I gotta see his face.
You guys had a great battle.
Which one was that one? Because we battled like 5 times.
I don't know, but I only watched you guys once.
Yeah, we do the
So
same
whatever.
jokes every
Well,
battle.
it was very good.
Those
You
just
know,
were polished.
I wouldn't admit that, but
Yeah.
that was very good.
Yeah, Derek beat me most of the times, but also he had help.
You didn't know him from jail, right?
No.
Is that a crazy
Everybody
question
thinks
to
that.
ask? No, I didn't
Everybody-
think that. I was just wondering.
I get it because we're both criminals, but I knew him.
No, it's more so
after.
probably you have stuff in common. You probably can talk about things that nobody can relate to.
Yeah.
Like you can tell me all you want. It's like I still can't. And we can watch all the. Yes, I think this is a phenomenon in this country, right? The true crime obsession is done,
yeah.
and now we're on to a prison obsession. I've been saying this for a couple of years. I think it started with 60 Days In. You know that program?
Yeah. I think it's before that
What do you
too.
think about that?
60 Days In?
What do you think about that as a former?
That
like
is
a former.
so dumb.
Yeah.
That is. I get it. It's entertaining, but it's just a dumb position to put people in.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking scary thing to do. Because like you're walking into a dorm, you have no idea what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's worse. That's why I could deal with stage fright because that's what like going right before you go into a dorm, like you have no idea if like I got problems with somebody from like the past in there, and if they have friends there, they're gonna make it miserable for you to live, and you can't go nowhere. It's not like, oh, let me go to my room or go to my cell, because then they'll go in your cell and fuck you up. There's like nowhere you can run and hide.
Wow.
And then the only other option is to go be locked in the cell for fucking 23 hours in
Yikes.
protective custody, which
Wow.
is terrible.
Have you ever done that?
No. I've been put in
You weren't like
solitary
gangbanging,
confinement.
right?
No, I was never gangbanging.
So I don't get that vibe from you anyway.
I almost a few times. Because being in there for a while, it's a very
I think you have a
attractive
good
lifestyle.
I'm sure.
The handshakes, I just wanted to join because the handshakes. When I used to see the Bloods do that shit, I'm like, oh, I want to gangbang, man. But then I'd be thinking about my
They're just
mom.
fun,
I'd be
they're
like,
just
my mom would be
cool.
disappointed in me.
You have
know?
a good soul.
Yeah,
Like
kind
your
of.
energy. No, your energy
of.
is good and it's rooted in.
I just have my
in
demons.
goodness. Everyone has their demons. That's why we dance. That's why we do shit. That's why we get the demons out, right? You gotta.
That's never worked for me.
You gotta. You gotta. You
Dance,
just
guys.
gotta.
Yo, Max, you want to go out
get out
dancing
there?
after this?
Go
Just
dance.
the
No,
fellas?
you don't go out. You
We
don't go
stand
out.
around in a circle, push women away, like, ew, get away from us.
Yeah, I'm down.
You know what's so sad? I do know some guys like that.
because
And
they're
They're gay. They're gay. I'm like, you're gay. You're
They're gay,
gross.
If
No,
I'm not,
just,
if
like,
not, I
put
have to be
something on at
really
home
drunk
and
or
just let
really
it out.
high,
Just
and the
let
music
it
is like,
out.
yeah, let's go, and there has to be women dancing, because then it's just like At what point, like, why do men want to
think
dance
that's
if
it.
it's not to
No, it's to let it
bond
out.
with
Let
women?
the demons out.
That's
let
t-
the demons out.
Let the semen out. That's what you try. Like, I want to
Let the
dance.
semen out.
Guys go to
Dance.
dance for girls. Girls go
No,
to
not
dance to have
to
fun,
dance. No,
and then
not that.
guys
not
go to
like that.
dance for women.
We're looking at dancing differently. I'm like
Because we're men and women.
exactly.
We look at dancing.
Exactly. So I want you to go home, grab your Bluetooth, grab a nice little song. You know what? Back that ass up. Do back that ass up because we all
Want me
love
to
that
twerk?
song. If you feel
Let them
inclined
demons
to,
out.
if you feel inclined to, that's what Meek Mill had to do for Diddy. So I want
he
you
was
to do it for
twerking on
yourself.
Diddy. He was
Right
twerking.
on Diddy, up and down.
The diddler.
I'm not
That's
gonna
what
lie.
they
He
call it.
was, that was the name of our last episode because we were talking about him. I mean, he
I love the
is
internet.
a diddler and whatever.
Did you heard about that? How they were tying it into Meyer Lansky and Edgar Hoover. Was it? Was Hoover the FBI guy?
Yeah, he was the cross-dressing FBI guy.
Yeah. So Meyer Lansky, which was like a Jewish mobster, like he was like linked in with Lucky Luciano and those guys. Like they say, he was very detrimental to mafia, the Costa Nostra in this country, and he had pictures of Hoover with another man. And at that time, he wasn't an openly gay man. So he had blackmail on him, and Hoover was like, fuck it, he has blackmail on me, I'm gonna blackmail other politicians. Like, so he kind of used his
OG Epstein.
yeah, OG Epstein. So he would have like
That's
these
like
parties.
it's like Clive Davis.
And
I wanted
we'll get to that. We'll get to the Clive
No,
Davis.
we won't get to that. We won't get to that. And I'll
You
tell
did that
you why.
already?
We did. I should have had you on this. You are useless. You're useless. You know nothing. He knows nothing. I did a whole hour about Clive Davis. People don't know about him. Do you know that?
Diddy's mentor. Diddy's mentor. When
Gio,
people's like,
where
how's
have
a
you been?
22-year-old intern who can afford to start $1 million record label, and obviously his mentor was a now openly homosexual man.
Who was his boyfriend? It was his boyfriend.
They
allegedly.
were saying that. They were saying allegedly that they would,
It was his
he would get
boyfriend.
meeked. Diddy was getting meeked.
Yes. It all started with that. And that's why Justin Bieber,
Justin Usher.
also, and then the Lambo. He gifted, Diddy had Justin Bieber over and he gifted him a Lambo. That same Lambo, a few years later, he was driving through Miami going to crash it. And that neighborhood, I know it very well. My dad was actually in the hospital in that neighborhood. I know.
So what's your theory?
Very,
You think like
my theory is he was going to fucking crash it, to fucking crash and burn. I think he was probably on drugs and he thought, fuck this car and what I got it for. Fuck this whole life. I think he got fucking bent over and clapped too.
Oh, yeah,
and
he
I
definitely
think he got
got
that because he.
That's
was
why
offered,
that's why like half his face went paralyzed.
Yeah, I
It was
think
all
it's stress.
the
It's stress
molestation
and everything.
shit. Yeah.
That Lambo was gifted by Diddy and it was destroyed. Who destroys a Lambo? He wasn't the racing. It's a fun theory. It's a really good cover up for a 19, 20-year-old guy who is out of control. When in reality, 19, 20 is when you start realizing what happened to you when you were younger is fucked up.
Yeah.
And
Look
when you
at
start
Britney.
cutting
They got
shit,
Britney.
of course.
She was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this shit. This is too much. And then they just fucking drove her into insanity.
I mean,
Like, imagine people
they
just
put her on
constantly
drugs.
like some people can't even deal with comments. Like you got one video where people comments are going at you.
I know, that's why we got the bottle, because we were about to talk some shit. So people comment and comment and comment, and they're
doing a great job deflecting. So, anyways, these molesters, right? So, like these, like imagine having the whole media and like thousands, if not millions, of people coming at you.
Of
Or
course.
paparazzi's are constantly coming up to you and be like, "Hey, so what did?"
Apps were different 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Too. People 10, 20 years ago, people aren't realizing. When
Everybody's
they see
paparazzi
a couple
now.
Of it. Now everyone's a paparazzi. I love that because that's true. Now everyone is ready
Yeah,
to sell you out to TMZ in a second, and TMZ doesn't pay.
they
does
pay
not
some
pay.
people good. They pay some people.
No, it
It's
doesn't
not-
pay. It doesn't pay people who give them tips.
I'm
It's-
pretty
I'm
sure
not
they give
talking
them a
about-
little,
Nope.
grease them a
Nope.
little bit. They got
Nope.
informants that they got on the payroll. You don't get
Not
that
pay-
much
I'm not talking about
information.
payroll.
You don't get a 30-mile zone, which is
No,
what
I'm not
TMZ
talking
stands for, without having people that you've paid and certain
I'm
they
not
have
talking about-
connections
I'm
in
not
the
talking about that.
cops.
I'm
They
not
have-
talking about that.
What do you mean? Then?
I am talking about there is a sector of TMZ, and this is a fact. There is
Right.
a sector of TMZ where you can send in your own stuff. And if they approve
User
it,
submitted.
they will.
User submitted.
And
Yeah,
they
I
will.
can see
That's
that.
what
I can see that.
And
Oh,
that
okay,
is
okay,
about
okay.
97% of their gossip.
Yeah, people who just find the video and
Or,
just like, yeah.
or pictures, or they're out to a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah. But I feel like
That
when they
is
get
always-
surveillance, for certain things, they paid for that. Because some people are
Yes.
risking their job at that point.
That's totally. I'm not talking about paps. I'm talking about people that want to or think that it comes with a payday.
Yeah.
It does not.
Yeah.
It does not. And
TMZ
there's a
probably
lot
got
of
some
that.
dirt on a lot of people.
they have dirt on a lot of people.
A lot. I know there's a lot of stuff that they get paid to not publish.
Yes.
I guarantee you there's
Yes.
celebrities out there be like, listen, you found this tape. I heard you found this tape. You paid $30,000 for it. I'll give you $150,000. Keep it away. And also people that they're friends with that have
Yes.
like relationships
That's
with
100%
where it's
true.
like, oh, we're not gonna, we're gonna cover it up.
Yes.
And when
No,
it comes to every major cover up in media, who's behind it?
me,
Gay people.
Jews.
Not the Jews. It's funny because when people are like, oh, Jews run the media, No. Gay people run the media.
yes.
Jewish people own it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to knock you in that. We do run our businesses.
And I have nothing against
everything.
it. These are
And
not
it's
anti-Semitic remarks.
It's not. I don't listen.
I'm
I'm not saying. Listen, if you fucking called me a kike now, I would fucking freak out. Only dude who ever, I guess, breaking law. I broke someone's nose one time.
Because he calls that something anti-Semitic.
He did say something anti-Semitic. When I was a kid, I didn't like that.
What do you consider like? It's like I'm me being a Semite, right? That's what a Gentile. I'm a Gentile.
Yeah.
I'm a
A
Gentile.
Semite.
Semi
you're
is
not
Jewish.
anti. You're so
Anti-
funny.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. But like when I say Jews, should I be saying the Jewish people?
I don't know. I don't
Do you get
care about
offended
that.
when I just say
No.
like Jews?
No,
is
that's
that
like,
bad?
I feel like you're asking me this if I'm asking like an African American. Are you okay with getting called
Blacks.
Black.
The blacks.
The
the blacks?
black.
Just think of
Yeah.
it like that.
'Cause I feel the same
like,
way
I
when
don't give a
sometimes I
shit.
say the Jews. I'm like, damn, that
I don't
seems
give
a
a shit.
little.
I
don't know.
think it's
I
about.
say
I
it.
think it's about tone.
It's about tone. It's about tone.
And
I
what
like
you
to,
follow that word with?
I like to call us kick kikes.
Kick-
I think
kick-
that's cute. I think that's cute.
4 bars.
Cute. But
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of the Mossad. I
They're
love
cool.
the Mossad.
They're cool.
Holy shit. Have you ever watched that movie Munich with Eric Bana?
No.
It was about like the Olympics when the Palestinian terrorists like killed the
We don't
whole
talk about
Israeli team in like the 70s. And then like the Mossad went and killed each and every one of those terrorists and everybody linked to them and their family. And then you see like Eric Bana start off as like this green agent, and all of a sudden he just becomes like death at the end, where they're just killing everybody and he's just running scared of his life because people are also trying to kill him.
yikes,
Such a great movie.
that's wild.
When did that come out? Is that more recent or is that old?
No, that's old. It's been a while, but it's a long movie. It's like one of those 2 hours and 45-minute movies.
Oh, whoa,
Such
whoa, whoa.
a great fucking movie because it was based on like true events.
Yeah.
And they show you like the behind the scenes. And like another thing I respect about like the Mossad, they're fucking gangsters. And that's why I started getting
They
into
are.
Maya Lansky, because I'm like one of the fucking coldest gangsters in the world was Jewish. And you wouldn't even think about that.
You know,
The motherfucker was the
there's-
shit he would
there's-
say.
There's a lot of Jewish gangsters.
Smart. You guys are smart. And my favorite thing is, right, when you when you look at history, it's like, oh, we was kicked out of this country. We was kicked out of like we're getting kicked out from country to country. And it's just like, what do they know? And it's just like it comes with a fear, because it's just like a lot of, and I don't know if it's like the Jewish religion thing, but you know, people of Jewish descent, they'll go into a country and they'll take that shit over real quick.
All right, now we're getting a little anti-Semitic.
This is no, that's not anti-Semitic. I respect that. I respect power. I love those kind of books. I love seeing people like rise. I like the underdogs. But then the thing is, Jewish people are not the underdogs anymore. Y'all the top dogs. I feel like you guys are like, yo, this is, they're like, what's next? He's gonna start quoting.
I'm like,
Mein
remember
Kampf?
when you talked shit about a comic on your podcast, and then we started talking shit about it? That was really fun. I don't want to talk about rape and religion anymore. I'm so done. I'm like, this isn't that podcast. The podcast is about Clive Davis and Diddy getting his ass claps cheeked and gossip.
Oh, Clive Davis, he's Jewish, right? Isn't he Jewish?
Is he?
I think so.
Yes. He Max, really? The guy who we looked up, his net worth is $908 million. Yeah, I think he's Jewish.
Yeah.
He's best friends with David Geffen. They spend holidays together. Do you think that means Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, but what I was saying about Hoover, he would have these hotel parties, right? And I forgot, it was like a nickname. It was called the Sweet Something, and they would have
The sweet hole.
The sweet hole, yeah, the sweetness hole. But they would have cameras all in that hotel room, and they'll be having these wild parties with like male and female prostitutes, and they would get like videos of all these powerful politicians and people in high places. He had.
Honey pot. They've been doing this forever.
Yeah. So he had that
I
honey
don't know.
pot.
Who can we do this to?
What do you mean? Who can we?
Who can we do this? This is more fun.
Are you
Who
the
can
trap?
we honey hop?
Are you gonna trap?
Oh,
you the
should
trap?
I be the trap?
You tell people you're 15 years old. Be like, I'm 15. I'm very overdeveloped. You want to come? And then we just trap people who would think, yeah.
I guess we could do that. I was thinking more fun.
You guys want to turn this podcast into a pedophile hunting show?
Oh, that would,
Yeah.
that would be great. That would be great.
I used to do Chris Hansen's podcast.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be with Chris
he used
Hansen
to
all
do
the
that.
time. Dude, he's the man.
I
He's
have
so
I have a good pedophile story.
So funny.
Very actually pedophile
I'm
catching
Dominican.
story.
There's so many fucking
Pedophile
stories.
catching. I'm actually, so I've been writing this like screenplay about it because it's very tough. It's taken me a little while to get the basis of it. However, I met this dude in Italy and I was like, I'm writing a movie on him. He went AWOL
What do you mean from where?
from the army.
Oh, okay.
And his whole thing when he was in America, before he even was like away or anything, was he didn't know what to do after the army. So he was sitting in his like family's trailer in the middle of America watching To Catch a Predator with like this chick that he brought back from Europe that he met like while he was like, vacationing there for a weekend while they were in Afghanistan. She was like 20 but looked very young type of thing. Like me, where it's like, you don't know.
No, you look 30. Don't try to. I'm joking. Nah, you look mid to young 20s.
That's what I think.
You don't have wrinkles. You don't do Botox or none of that
No,
shit,
I've
right?
never touched my face.
Damn, she's a witch. I knew it.
I would never do. No, I'm not gonna do that shit till like I'm in my 40s plus.
I feel like you'd be like sacrificing him, like doing mock sacrifices.
100%.
Just to
I'm
stay
gonna get rid
young.
of him the second I can. The second I can, I'm gonna kill him,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna take. Well,
He's gonna
not
be
young
Illuminati
enough,
sacrifice.
but like, yeah.
You have to sacrifice a pure soul.
Oh,
I have one right
that's
here.
easy.
This
Well,
guy's
then it wouldn't be him. Then it wouldn't be him.
no, man. If you think I'm a good soul, this guy's a great soul.
I never said he wasn't.
Oh, all right.
Listen, I go off energy.
Oh, okay.
You have a good energy. I don't think you're an evil person.
I mean, I've done evil shit. I've hurt people, but it's men, and they were asking for it. Now,
So anyway, back to the
should
story.
have seen the shorts fucking
Back
Derek
to the
had on.
story, and not Derek's asshole. So, he was watching To Catch a Predator, and then he was like, "Why aren't we doing this with you?" So what he would do is he set up a whole trap in this small town where he would get her to take pictures and whatever. They would advertise it online, and every predator that he would meet, they'd have them wire the money or whatever. Then they say, let's meet up first. And he'd show up with a group of guys, and they beat the shit out of him. And they were like, you fucking pedophile piece of shit.
he was doing that on YouTube, right?
No.
Oh,
There's someone
No,
doing
this
that
is
on
somebody...
YouTube.
there's somebody doing
Really?
That, yeah.
There's a few
This is
people.
then
Yeah.
they copied him, because this is the original guy from over 20 years ago. He is... I am letting my story out. This is my
vigilante
story.
pedophile
This is my story. I'm writing it. He is in Italy. I won't say his name.
Oh, I thought you said
won't
something
say
else
where
with
in
an
Italy.
N. I was like, what? He's a what? A whatally?
People who...
I was like, that's a new way to say it. That's a nice twist on it. A niggly. He
People
was a
who annoy
niggly.
you.
I was like, oh wow.
People who annoy you.
Like now it's getting another shot.
No. It's just when the camera's shut off, and then I'll say it.
As your manager,
crazy.
I advise you not to.
But I'm 15. I can do whatever and mess up, and then in a few years I'll say, I'm sorry.
It was AI.
It was AI.
Imagine Meek,
That's really
imagine
good.
the Meek and Diddy shit. They're like, yo, that was AI.
So, like, I can't get the clap out of my head.
The clap, like
can't.
gonorrhea.
Yeah,
Oh,
yours.
the
Yeah,
the
yours.
cheek
clap.
clap.
Oh,
You are the
Oh,
I am STD free. You, on the other hand,
I had chlamydia twice, but that's when I was back, like when I was like 17, and I was a wild child. at
bitches
that
be
time.
mad.
The worst part was I didn't know who I got it from.
That's terrible. Did you tell the girls?
No,
know
because
this answer.
it was like 3 different girls within like a span of a week. 2
Oh,
of them
okay.
were friends.
It's probably not the friends.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
actually, you know what? I bet it was one of the friends.
Well, also too, one of them was in a jacuzzi in a hotel room. So I was like, it could have been just an infection from the jacuzzi.
Could have been. They talk about that.
But then, I wasn't using condoms back then. I was like running rampant.
Does anyone use condoms now?
No, but I'm a little more like careful.
Yeah, because you have a kid.
Yeah.
So you fucked up.
Like
Probably not.
No, I mean, the kids are great. They're all right. You have kids, man?
She's not watching this. She's not old enough. It's fine.
No, my daughter's awesome, by the way. My daughter's awesome.
She seems really cool.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And
She's
she's
funnier
like
than me. She's a better person than me, which is what you want from your kids.
That's
you
what
want
you
them
want,
to be
though.
better.
You want to raise better. Yeah.
She's not retarded either. I'd love that.
That's cool.
That's
That's fucking
good.
sick.
I love that.
That's
She's
awesome.
very
Thank
smart.
God.
Because I was dumb as a kid.
You're dumb as an adult.
I was retarded. Yeah, I'm dumb as
Yeah.
an adult, but I was dumber as a kid. Like
Like-
now I'm more, I know how to contain my dumbness.
Almost.
I know how to hide it a little bit.
Almost.
I know enough fun facts to be like, oh, this guy's kind of, smart.
I know.
And then he gets
You've
into the
watched enough
Jews.
Hitler
And then,
documentaries.
Dude, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how many documentaries you watch unless you listen to someone like myself or you about Clive Davis. There will be no documentary.
oh, dude. And the
I'm
only
sorry.
thing-
That's the truth. That is the truth. There is no other medium. This is where we can really talk about it and dive into it. And it's like not like we're trying to get into music, right?
I mean, I used to want to be a rapper. I have
So anyway,
rap
not like we're
songs.
trying to get into music. So it's fine. This is okay.
Yeah.
And all it takes is a couple of people putting things together for something to end. And unfortunately, that's what happened with the Weinstein stuff, and that's why I'm still doing comedy and not in acting anymore. But here we
Yeah.
are.
But I mean, I feel like every part of industry is still.
I miss
affected
Weinstein
by that
movies.
shit.
That's what I was saying. I
Like,
think it
I-
went over his head.
I think. Wait, yeah, I'm
It did. It didn't. He didn't get it. He was ready for it. You're ready for your bit. Go for it. Go.
No, I'm
Go.
sorry.
Go for it. No. It's fine.
This is why I
It's fine.
shouldn't drink, man. My brain, I get scatterbrained when I drink.
I have watched you drink, and you are always never scatterbrained and always on point, talking
Not
shit.
true. But well, there's a camera on now, so there's more pressure.
Yeah, you have totally changed now the camera's on. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
lie.
not the same.
I am the same bitch.
No, I switch up. I'm mad
You do
fake.
switch up.
I'm mad
Yeah, you are. It's wild. It's wild.
No, but what would you say? What'd you say? My bad.
Now you're a bitch ass.
You're a bitch ass niggly.
I'm not gonna lie.
Short women are very aggressive. I feel like the
Yeah, because
shorter a
you-
woman is, the
You know
more
what?
it's like the
Because
Napoleon
tall
complex.
Tall
for-
people get in our faces.
But I
don't
mean,
like when
women are
people
supposed to be
all up
short.
in my space. People are always all up in my space, and they get up all in my face. I'm like, no. You're not gonna do that just because I'm tinier.
Oh,
Like when
yeah.
kids, think about your daughter. Do you, when you yell
She's
at your
taller
daughter,
than you, by the way. How tall are you?
5'2.5", 5'3"?
Yeah, she's 5'2".
Oh wow.
Yeah.
When she was a little girl, when you yelled at her, did you yell like, "What are you doing?" or did you get down on eye ground level? Like I used to work with kids, so they taught us you get down to their level of wherever they are on the ground, and you talk to them and you explain what happened.
Nah, man, I'm some dumb bitch.
And that's why she'll hate
You're
you.
just
when
like
you're
your mother. Nah, I've never. I probably.
No,
yelled.
you seem like a really cool fucking dad. You take her
I
Taylor
yelled at my
Swift
daughter
and
once.
stuff.
Yeah, because my parents were like that with me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to be like that with her.
Okay.
But I think I'm spoiling her too much, and she's gonna grow up to be a cunt maybe because I'm too nice to
I
her.
was spoiled to death.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop spoiling her. No, but like I think the one time I yelled at her, I was sleeping on the couch, and this girl that I was dating, like her son was there. Like I knew her from like childhood friends, like since like junior high, whatever. And we were dating during the pandemic. She had a 13-year-old son. My daughter's there, and I'm sleeping on the couch, and like I'm half asleep, but I hear them like whispering something to each other. And then like a second later, my daughter just cannonballs onto my back, like while I'm sleeping. And I wasn't even ready. I wasn't expecting that. And I remember just like feeling this shooting pain in my back, and I just turned. I was like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? You could have cracked my back. And then her son just like giggles. And I was like, and you were sitting there egging her on. You should know better than that. And then he got all scared. And then it was bad.
Justified. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have yelled. I wouldn't have yelled. I would have just been like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you guys? But like the fact that I was in the middle of like, I was like half asleep.
I will
and
say
I'm very cranky. Don't disturb me when I'm
sleeping.
sleeping.
Well, the body, if it goes into like fight or flight,
yeah,
I will say something could come out.
Yeah.
And it probably came out and you didn't even realize, and then you were like, oh fuck.
Yeah. But my daughters probably see me like argue with my brothers or argue with somebody and see me get loud. But like that was the only time I've ever remember yelling at her. Yeah. And I don't hit her. I've asked her, I was like, did your mom hit you? God. She's like, yeah, she'll smack me in the mouth or in the butt sometimes. And I was just like, yeah, but she doesn't like beat you. She's like, no. And I'm like, her mom has to beat
that bitch. You'll have to beat that bitch if she touches her.
But yeah, I don't think my baby mother's not violent. She's not a violent
That's
person.
Good.
So
That's
good. I'm good with that. And they have a great relationship.
That's awesome.
A really great relationship.
That's awesome. You want more kids?
Not now.
Not now.
Not now. Maybe probably.
You're in your 30s, right?
37.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no rush right now.
Time. I mean, my dad had me so much later.
Oh, that's the greatest part about being a man.
Yeah.
You could just go as long as you want. I have uncles that started a second family when they were like 58.
Yeah, I mean, my dad had me at 60.
Wow, man, the power of sperm, baby.
Oh yeah, you asked, so I guess he would have been 76.
76. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, man, I wish I'm still alive at 60 and dropping babies. That's a blessing.
God bless, yeah.
That's a blessing.
God bless, yeah.
I'm drinking Celsius and mimosas at 1 o'clock. I'm not gonna make it to 50.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you are.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no.
I'll keep my fingers knock on glass.
You gotta be here for your daughter.
Yeah, that sucks. Like as soon as I had kids, I was just like, "Fuck, man! I hope no like apocalyptic shit happens now, because it's not like I'm protecting myself now. I'm worried about another human being."
Yes, yeah.
That scares the shit out of me.
Well, that's why I don't want to have kids yet, because it's like I'm too selfish. I'm too selfish. I recognize it. I'm in my 20s. My dad, the best piece of advice he gave me is don't have kids in your 20s. Don't get married in your 20s. Because he had kids in his 20s. He got married when he was 20 originally.
Oh, because you got older siblings.
I have half siblings. And he was like, worst decision ever.
That's bad advice. Don't listen to her. Have kids when you're early and your body still works.
He married his high school sweetheart originally.
Oh, yeah. That's usually bad.
It was bad.
Yeah,
he was like, I don't know what I was doing.
My parents, they were together since like 16. Wow. Let my mom tell it.
Are they still together?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, believe it or not, I got both my parents fuckers.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I think my parents
It wasn't their fault I
together.
came out this fucked up, by the way. Kind of. Maybe the beatings, but besides that, they tried their best.
Did they visit you when you were away?
Yeah, my mom would come every week. I had 2 visits.
Did she tell people when you were away?
Not everybody, but they would figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, where the fuck has Gio been at the last 8 months?
That's not
You guys are coming to a single family party. But I was never around like that.
Yeah.
I was never around like that, so it takes some people a while to know that I'm not
put
around.
It together. My brother went away when I was little, and I didn't know he was away. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And then...
How young were you?
Right now I'm 27. I was in the 5th grade. So I was probably like 10 or 11.
But you had an idea something was off.
I actually didn't. My family was very, very protective, and me being the youngest, they didn't let me on to anything. It was a lot of, he worked for my dad, so they said it was a lot of business. He was getting flown for business.
Your dad was a criminal too. That's what's up.
I think so.
Did he work for Meyer Lansky?
No, he ran his own stuff.
Oh.
I don't know who that. The guy from earlier.
The Jewish mob guy. That went over your head. You're not paying attention. You just think about your bit right now.
I did ignore that. You know why? Okay. Well, no. People are not going to... So, people will always say... I know. That's why. Well, people will always say... They're like, if you're in the mafia, you don't talk about it. I'm like, well, probably not. But, yeah. I mean, at the same time, yeah. In Newark... My dad grew up in Newark. It was a different time. I know on my dad's side, his uncle was actually very involved with like the Jewish mob in Newark.
Nice.
Back in the days, yeah. And yeah, I've never talked about this, I know, but yeah, my dad had like whatever, done some shady stuff, but then he stopped.
Yeah, my father was locked up in the feds.
And he went underground for a really long time.
But like underground, that's what they call prison. That's what they tell the kids.
He didn't go away. He went.
He went to the sewers. He went down in the tunnels.
He went to the sewers to California. Yeah. And he saw like a whole new life and everything. Yeah, But then he started a whole new business, and everything was fine. And then, but then my brother, he got involved in some shady shit away from my dad.
Okay.
The thing is, you can't like if there's a family business already happening, like you can't like break away.
Yeah.
Like my brother was funneling money in the Bahamas into his own private account. It got busted, and then, boom.
No wonder you're like not a criminal.
Yeah, no. Maybe that's it. Maybe I've just seen
scared
so
of
much.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. He only got 10 months. He was facing like 10 to 12 years.
Jesus Christ, who did he snitch on? I'm just
His wife.
I thought about
He
that.
did snitch on his wife. He snitched on his wife, and my dad paid a shit ton. A shit ton.
I know, because like my father, he worked at a chop shop when they first came out here, and he didn't know he was working at a chop shop because he was just like doing like the minimal shit. He was doing like oil changes and tire changes.
Wow, interesting.
And they arrested the entire shop.
What?
So the secretary, everybody, the girl that worked at the front desk, everybody got taken in by the feds, and all of them got different time for their different involvement.
Yeah, of
and
course.
the way they found that out was probably everybody like, well, you know, I didn't know about that shit. You know, I just did this or I just did that.
Yeah, of course. You really sometimes like you don't know what's going on.
And one of the guys who got 7 years, like who kind of knew what was going
It's
on,
a long time.
he was like batting for my father. Like he was like, yo, he didn't know anything. Like, you know,
Thank God.
You know, he was good. But then like a part of me, I was like, did he snitch on somebody? Are there some paperwork on my father? But but also too, like, because with the feds, man, you have to snitch.
You do.
If you don't snitch, you're doing a shit ton of time.
You do.
Mandatory sentencing law.
You either have to snitch very hard or you have to pay a lot.
Yeah.
Like my dad paid to keep, I remember my half brother's wife out of jail. Cause like
it's called bail.
No, not like that.
Did you know you could buy
not jail.
your
not
sentence? Bail. You can buy your jail time. So like if you're locked up in a jail that's owned by a corporation, they're paying a certain amount a day.
Private jail?
Yeah, most jails are private now.
Lot.
So you find like the corporation that's like that owns that jail, and if you pay them what it's gonna cost them to house you each day for the time, you know, the total time, you'll get released.
Wow.
That's how Khloe Kardashian, she was supposed to go to jail, right?
Yeah.
That was the one. So you notice she didn't finish her whole sentence?
I know.
It's because she bought her time.
Wow.
Like you pay them for your time.
didn't know
Like
that.
this. Tupac got out like that. He
Wow.
was sentenced in prison, and Suge Knight paid $2 million to get him out before sentence was up. It's all about money, baby.
It is all about money.
And who runs the judicial system?
Well, this makes a lot of sense when my dad sent a briefcase of cash.
Yeah.
He sent one of my brothers with $275K in like a briefcase, like on a train.
Jesus Christ.
I found this all out like kind of in bits and pieces, and then I was like, well, something's up. Like growing up in my house, there was never a no that I heard, but I was also, all my brothers were already moved down. They were in their own homes.
Oh, so you was just the
my
only
dad,
child.
yeah, kind of. It's like my dad also owned the home like that my brother owned and like whatever, like lived in, whatever. So I think there was a lot of that, but also like throughout the house, like my dad had a business, and to me I was like, that's it. But there was also layers where like there were like trees around the house, and underneath the trees there would be bags of like cash. And to me as a kid, I didn't like think like they would just tell me they're like in any emergency, like if
So
we had
the
to
stereotypes are true. They bury their money.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's little things that now that I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, you have to pay taxes.
Oh, I feel like that's going to take me down one day. If I ever make a lot of money, it's going to be tax evasion. Without me
That's
noticing.
me too. That's why I want to go on Real Housewives, because I'm like, if I'm going out, I'm going out as a Real Housewife.
Yeah, but
I'm doing it Teresa Giudice way.
Yeah, if I ever went back to jail, I would hope it would be for like, because
next time it'll be white collar.
Yeah, like a white collar.
It's white collar. Well, that's what my brother went for, and it was like, you know, again, kind of like under a year. It was like boom, 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 where I didn't even realize in the beginning.
Yeah.
He also like got married to a bitch right before he went away too.
That's a
And
smart move.
He didn't
That's
tell
what you're
her.
supposed to do.
I know, and I didn't know that.
Conjugal
and then
visits.
at the wedding,
He told
her.
he's drunk during the toast.
And she was fucking breaking down. I was like, what's going on? Of course, because I was little, nobody was telling me what was going on. So she was like, I'm just emotional about the wedding. And I was like, you're so cool.
Dude, I lost like a girl that I really liked because I told her I was going to jail. And I was keeping it from her for a while.
Yeah.
And then one time we were just like fucking around. And then like I just kind of said it. I was drunk. And I was just like, yeah, because, I'm going away soon. And then she ghosted me after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fucking painful.
But
that's how I met my baby
It
mother.
is awful,
I ended up with my baby mother after that. So it kind of worked out.
So like you met her right after you left, right? Right after you got out?
Who?
Your baby mother?
No, I met her right before I went in.
Oh wow.
So it was just I was talking to her friend.
Okay.
But her friend had a man at the time.
Hell yeah, player.
So no, I wasn't fucking with her. I wasn't like there was nothing going on, but I was like trying to.
Okay.
And then one day she just randomly, like, cause the dude she was dating was a tattoo guy, so I went there to go talk to him. And while I was there, she just hands me the phone. She's like, somebody wants to talk to you. I'm like, what? I'm like, how the fuck does somebody know I'm here? First off.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, it's Chanel. And then so I just started talking to her, and we just kind of hit it off real quick on the phone.
Oh wow.
And then I was like, yo, I'm going to jail. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, she's mad cool. And I would just have her visit me every week. Like, we were talking, we started talking 2 weeks before I went in. And then
she's like a real ass bitch.
Yeah, she was a ride or die.
She's like a down bitch.
I got out of jail. I didn't have a car, so she would drive me around to make drug sales until I can have my own car.
So, can I ask you, like, would you get back with her? I know she's with somebody else.
Right? No, he died.
Oh, he died. Oh, right. He did. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but no, I don't give a fuck.
So
but nah, dude, it hurt my daughter. You know what I mean? He was in her life he was good to her. So
yeah.
But I don't know, man, because like I love her daughter. I love her other daughter. It's a fucking the cutest fucking thing ever. Amazing. But like, there's so much like. It was just like a bad breakup. Yeah. And I was such a shithead. Like, I was just a dirtbag to her. Because she dealt, like, half the time we were together, I was on drugs. So she had to deal with the junkie Gio. So it's just like, there's a lot of, not luggage, like it's luggage.
Baggage.
It's like you're coming with baggage, but it's our baggage. It's the same baggage. Like, because, I go to a new girl, I'm bringing baggage from her. I go back to her, I'm bringing back her baggage. It's just like, hey, did you leave this?
It is nonstop. It's a cycle.
And then also, she wasn't very supportive. Like, when I was trying to do the TV thing, and like I was like a camera guy for like indie internet shows and shit, and I was like almost got a job at BT from that, but I wasn't getting paid for it, and she didn't like it. She's like, go, just keep working at the Christian radio station, which was fucking terrible. Like, they get mad if I smelled like cigarettes. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, I'm not coming in here smelling like weed.
I can't picture you.
I was an engineer there, but they paid.
Really?
Yeah, and she's like, leave that fucking...
I can't believe that.
Leave that internet shit. But I'm like, yo, I'm meeting people, I'm making connections. And she was not supportive of that at all.
What did she do?
She was just always fighting.
No, as a job.
Oh, she's a phlebotomist. She's she draws blood on people. Yeah.
So
and
she's
like a supervisor now and all this shit.
So she has like a real person job.
Yeah, she has a real good job.
To be real, this is like you have to
she
go to school,
helps people.
Or you have to be like, a little coherent.
Yeah.
So she probably doesn't get art, entertainment at all whatsoever.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I think we were just talking about this before because he was like, can't you fuck anyone who is like, not a comedian or date anyone who's not a comedian? And I was like, no, because I like my weirdos. Like, why? I was like, I tried a lawyer. I tried this. I tried that. They suck, dude.
Yeah.
They just don't get us. And then they think they get us too much. And they go, I think I could do this too. Like, remember after a while with Mike, he was like, I'm thinking to come to the mic and get up. I was like, oh.
That might only happen with female comics.
So
I've never dated a girl who's just like, you know what? I could do this. Sorry, I had to get a little misogynistic.
Maybe
That might
you're
be
right.
true.
You're supposed to be on my side,
right.
Max.
No, I agree.
Yeah, he was nodding. He was contemplating it. And you know what? I was contemplating it too, and I think you might be right. I do think that is a thing,
Men do have that. Like, I hear that from
bit.
a lot of female comics. Like, they'll go up to like a female comic afterwards and it's like, oh yeah, you were pretty funny for a girl, man. I didn't think women were funny at first. And like,
why do you think Funny Girl with Tits came out? It's because somebody walked out of a show. I was doing New York Comedy Club, and they
said,
were like,
"Hey, you're funny with tits."
I was the only girl on the show. They said, "Who is the funny girl with boobs?"
That does make sense. That
and we
is
were like, yo, and I was like right here, and they were like, you are so funny, I'm you, and I was like, you didn't know my name. Like, I was like, also, all girls have boobs, so we were all fucking around about it afterwards, and I was like, I should just change my Instagram to that. I go, wouldn't that be wild? I was like, but tits is funnier.
There was I did Kill Tony once, and Mark Norman was the guest. It was at Gramercy, and his wife now, May. This was like 2019. I knew her from open mics.
Yeah.
And she had saw that I posted, I got on, and she told Mark, she's like, "Oh, hey, I know Gio," and she goes like, "Ooh, the curly guy, the guy with the weird curly hair." I was like, he was great, best set of the night. And like in my head, I was like,
supposed to be a Mark Norman impression?
Yeah, it was terrible. I could probably do a better comedy. Somebody has to throw it at me.
You still can't do it better. You were just bad. Stop doing impressions. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It.
Thank you for the mimosas.
Of course. Thank you for not being yourself this entire episode. This was really fun. You guys, Gio is way more fun any other time.
Oh, thank you. I did terrible today. That's what she's just saying.
You didn't do terrible. I just know you and you're very fun.
Was I not fun today? No, I was. I got too
You
political.
were protective.
I was.
Protective.
I only let my guard down on my podcast.
You didn't let your guard down. Yeah. You don't have your guard down.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just, I dealt with a lot of crazy people in my life, so I got to keep my guard up sometimes.